So this video that we're about to watch is about how a relationship is not likely to succeed unless the woman likes the man more, at least at the beginning of a relationship. So we're going to watch the video and then I'll get your reaction at the end.
Would you ever date a man less ambitious than yourself?
No. I think men should push you to be the best person you can, and I wouldn't want to date a man that's ambitious than me. Just because you don't really want anyone that hasn't got any ambition to go anywhere, do you? Or they won't be able to drive you, and you won't be able to motivate each other.
What is a good predictor of relationship success? Well, if you look online, you're going to find articles that say things like mutual trust, shared values, good communication skills. We also know that things like having a healthy self-esteem and a low partner count all contribute towards a relationship success. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you one extremely important predictor of future relationship success that is not at all PC. This video is probably going to make a lot of people angry. They're probably in the comment section already. I take no particular pleasure in this, but we need to deal with reality. I would call this an essential ingredient. So if you want your relationship to thrive, you need to have this element. She needs to like you more than you like her. She should be more invested in the relationship than you are. If she is, then there is a good chance that the relationship is going to work. If she's not, and you're the more interested party, there is a good chance that the relationship is not going to succeed. I know that that sucks, and that it seems like it's just one of these cruel jokes in the universe. Why is it that when you like something a lot, it seems to move away from you? But unfortunately, reality doesn't care about our abstract notions of what's fair. And trust me, if you want your relationship to succeed, you need to make sure that she likes you more than you like her. Okay, so let me explain why this is and also add some caveats. Understand that it doesn't need to stay this way. And it won't. As the relationship progresses and you develop more and more trust with each other, you invest more time, create shared memories. As long as things continue to go well and you both maintain your self-esteem and remain committed to being high quality people, then the difference in who likes who more is going to start to fade. Eventually, in a healthy long-term relationship, both people are going to like each other the same amount. But it doesn't start that way. To begin with, she needs to like you more. The biological facts of the situation is that parental investment from women is way more intense than it is for men. If she gets pregnant, then she is massively vulnerable. She has 9 months of carrying this fetus around, and even after she gives birth, she has to look after that child. She can't go hunting, she can't build her own shelter. She relies on other people to ensure her own survival. Now, of course, there should be a man in the picture, somebody helping raise the child and providing for the family, but physically, a man doesn't get pregnant and he can always leave. Many men do. The end result of this discrepancy in our biology means that men are just less invested in their partners than women are. That's natural. For a woman, especially a pregnant woman, her man is everything. The man is the one who protects them. He's the one who feeds them, the one who shelters them. Without him, she would be vulnerable to violence, rape, starvation. She needs the man to stick around in order for her to be safe. And with so much riding on that, you can see that the choice of partner is probably the biggest choice that women are ever going to make. If a woman makes a wise choice and chooses a really good guy, a sensible, reliable, strong man, that can be amazing. It means an entire lifetime of happiness, of security. But likewise, if she chooses a loser man, somebody who can't be trusted, somebody who's not reliable, somebody who's weak, she can live her entire life in absolute misery. In a worst case scenario, back in Tribeman days, choosing an inferior male partner actually means death, both for her and her children. Now, if you've been connecting the dots, around this time you'll start to think, but this doesn't make sense. If she's so concerned with her survival, then why is it that she wouldn't want to be with a man who has the strongest level of devotion to her? Surely if the man likes her more than she likes him, that means that he's utterly infatuated with her and is definitely going to stick around and provide. It would seem as though women should have a preference for the man who has the strongest preference for them. But it's not that simple, and women intuitively understand that it's not that simple. You have to ask the uncomfortable question, what kind of man is more devoted to a woman than she is to him? And the answer is a weak man. Psychologically, we know that a man who puts a woman at the center of his world has probably got self-esteem issues, has probably still in need of some kind of psychological validation. He probably has attachment trauma left over from his childhood and is still looking for some kind of mother figure. For a man to be more dependent on a woman than she is on him is not normal. It indicates that something has gone wrong with this man, and women know that. Women don't want to be the center of a man's world. They don't want to mother their boyfriends. That's not what they're looking for. So yes, the man who likes her more than she likes him might stick around. He might be utterly devoted, but if he's a weak man, well, what's the point? Is he going to be effective in his masculinity? Is he going to be strong? Is he going to be capable? Women certainly don't think so, and they're not wrong. You see, women are intuitively aware of their own limitations. They see all of the chaos in the outside world, and they intuitively know they're not up to the task. All these struggles and obstacles, they feel inferior in the face of all of that. That is what a man is for, to provide strength, to provide leadership, to help her get past all of those struggles. So a man that seems more dependent on her than she is on him seems weak, pitiful, contemptible. She thinks, yuck, what is the point of this man? I'm looking for a guy who can protect me. I'm looking for a guy with strength and independence. But in this weak man, I don't see any of that. All I see is this devotion, which doesn't feel good. In fact, it feels parasitic. Now, there is no shortage of guys out there who are ready to demonize women. They say things like, I gave her everything, I was completely, utterly devoted to me, and she didn't care for me at all. She just took it all for granted, and she dumped me. This is proof of how cruel and heartless women are. But the fact that she breaks up with men like that doesn't prove anything. This is just biology, and trust me, you're a man right now, but if you were born into the body of a woman, you would have the exact same instincts. I know that it seems counterintuitive, but if you hold back at the beginning of a relationship and don't seem too keen, not too ready to commit, that's actually a good thing. She will be grateful for what you're doing. You're not being mean for holding back. That's what she wants. You're doing her a favor. By demonstrating your independence, you are reassuring her that you're a top quality guy, somebody who she is safe to invest in. If you want your new relationship to work, she should be the one texting you more often. She should be more keen to hang out all the time. She should be the one pressuring you for a label for your relationship, wanting it to be exclusive. In summary, she should be the one chasing you. She should like you more than you like her. Like I said before, it won't stay this way. In a long-term relationship, if you're both high-quality people, that discrepancy will fade and you'll both like each other equally. At that point, in an emotionally mature relationship, the idea that one person likes the other person more and there needs to be this difference, it just seems completely ridiculous. But at the start of a relationship, it is not ridiculous. It is very, very important. She wants to admire you. She wants to respect you. She wants to feel as though you are better than she is. That's what she wants. So give it to her.
My first thoughts are like, fuck you.
Fair enough. Your first thoughts, are they the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that's a strong reaction. Let's expand. Why should we fuck me?
Well, I think if we were to strip away that whole middle content of your video and just go at the beginning and at the end, I think the point that you make is probably pretty accurate according to what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. When I first meet someone, I am instantly drawn to characters of strength. Somebody who's going to hold me in their arms and support me, right? Yeah. Somebody who's going to protect me against the baddies.
I was traveling with this older man and he was 50. And he said, oh, young guys, like they're stupid. They'll all just, his term was do their balls in over you. They'll just, and he's like, and then you're just not interested, are you? And I'd never heard that term before. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Like when they're just suddenly like a puppy dog and and there is a thing in a relationship where I'd then be a bit like, oh, okay, that's enough, and I'd start seeking out for that kind of stronger sense of leadership again. So I can relate to what you're talking about.
I reckon we'll have to agree to disagree on that one, because I think that devotion and like over the top devotion is so much more unattractive on a man than it is on a woman. And that there's a huge gender disparity that a man will tolerate a lovesick woman because he's got his own stuff kind of going on just a lot more naturally. A lovesick man is just gross to women. That's been my experience. And I'll let Summer comment on that one. Do you disagree with me?
I don't I don't know. Like, it's just, I think it really depends.